Hello everyone, my name is Edvin Hematsiraki, and this is our group presentation, A Midsummer Night's Dream in New York City by myself, Camille, Joy Johnson, and Alina. Theater company and estimated budget. We have decided to name our theater company the Garden Theatrical Company. The reason we chose this name is because of our setting of our play. The main setting of our play is Central Park in New York City. Central Park is one of the most beautiful parks around the country and has a lot of gardens and flower like places. Our estimated budget for our play is about $350,000. Over $100,000 will be used for actors and to have people in the background acting as actors but not really doing much, just standing there. Another $100,000 goes to the directors, designers, and costumes. These directors can get expensive as they spend days and months trying to put together a great play and take a lot of hard work into it. And the costumes to get it all fixed and fly it out from wherever it is and pick it up and all that gets pricey as well. About another $100,000 would go to making Central Park look like a theater and to all the flights that will help bring people in. In order to make Central Park look like a theater, we will need to get a permit and ask the park for their approval of changing the park scenery by adding some things to make it look like a theater. Also, we will need to fly people in from different places to help with our play, whether they are the director, the actor, the designer, the people in the back, just so it could make our play overall better. The setting of our production. Our production is based in New York City at the time of 2019. This is all before the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic. The main place of our production is in New York Central Park. Even though we will use all parts of the beautiful New York City, the main part will be in Central Park. You will see people walking around just like we used to in 2019 with modern dressing, no masks on, no social distancing, and everyone just having a good time. It will be the busy New York City that we are used to seeing, especially during the holidays, which is around when we will be filming our play.
The tone of the production would probably lean into whimsical and comical. Um, the reason is based on the characters in this play, Midsummer Night's Dream, um, the king and queen of fairies, the king and queen, prince and princesses of the mortal world. It suits the whimsical theme because whenever like a person would think of fairies, it would always come into like colorful backgrounds, happy memory, or shiny things, you know. Um, a lot of like colorful backgrounds, fairy lights in the garden. Also, when you say like fairies, you would also think that there's gonna be dancing and humming, and that would probably be our form of transition. We could probably insert like a little bit of dancing and a little bit of humming from the background actors, dressed as the fairy. Um, Lots of graceful movements that can lead the audiences in awe and feel like they are in a garden full of fairies, and they can also like feel that this garden or this production, the center of the production, they can also like fell in love in it. um Comical in a way that we can connect to the audience and make the scene lighter, and can be easily understood like through the lines of jokes or the way the actors would say it in a funny way, or um, an ad lib from how they act and how they talk. Um, and Also, we would want our actors to pursue or to give the audiences the touch of the production through laughter as well, so they could have like the happiness feeling when when they find out, or like when they felt love in their presence. So that would be our tone, or that would be our production tone, whimsical and comic. The central image that we are going to use for our play, or for our adaptation of Midsummer Night's Dream, it will be set in Central Park, and the year will be around 2019. There will be a garden in the middle of the Central Park, or like an additional garden in the middle of a Central Park that for some reason only lovers could go to, or couples could go to. It is going to be full of roses and different types of flowers that no one had seen. Um, Rumor has it that fairies go out and dance in this area, especially when it's full moon, or if it's at night, and most especially if there are like couples of it, and then the couples, or like people who goes there, would see little fairy lights that they think that it's a part of the part of the park. Um, in the middle of that area, there will be a rock covered with exotic flowers, and also roses, like more on roses, since this is gonna be our like central image, like the one in Lion King with the Pride Rock. Um, this is also what we're going to use for the posters, and then also, if anything, or if ever, we can use this one as a cover, or part of the cover or background in our playbills.
The main themes. Puck is playful and eager to spread love. Tatiana is in love, so we'll be getting a flirty side of things with her. There is no quarantine, so they'll be able to enjoy outside activities in New York, such as the Central Park or even downtown New York, New York. Deceit from Puck's tricks, as well as Helena having two lovers, Demetrius and Lysander. Color palette. So we decided to go with red and orange for the love scenes from a wide angle. Now these are going to be lights. We're also going to do blue smoke for the deceitful action scenes from an upward position. The smoke is going to give it a more dramatic effect, more serious tone. The scenery will be playful and romantic stage setting. They'll be, for example, sitting on a bench surrounded by rocks, leaves, as well as green is going to represent wealth and youth. And so we'll try to interpret that as many times as possible to keep the modern idea.
Costumes for Titania and Helena. Titania's costume consists of a sparkly corset top with a basic blue jean wrapped skirt. Because she is the queen of fairies, an outfit that is very sparkly yet flowy is very fitting. She would wear sandals, and her hair would be in a sleek yet somewhat messy low bun. Helena's costume is more loose and would be considered streetwear. Helena would wear simple, plain, and solid colors. She would wear a tan, baggy pair of pants with a loose, white button-up shirt. She would also be wearing white sneakers, and her hair would be pinned back with a clip and flowy. Props. The first prop that would be used is a flower to represent the love potion that made the characters fall in love. The flower that would be used is a rose because that is the New York City state flower. The next prop that would be used is a rock covered in flowers on the right side of the stage. This rock is where Titania falls asleep and where she is put under a spell to fall in love with a donkey. The final prop that would be used is a moon that hangs from the ceiling of the stage that is used to represent the night of the dreams. This moon would be similar to the one Ariana Grande used on her recent tour and can be used as a screen and can even change colors if needed. Theater space.
Design plan. For the design plan, since the theme and the centerpiece or the central image that we're gonna go to is through the garden and also focus on flowers and what Puck would do in this situation or in this scenes. We are going to focus on this garden as most of the scenes are going to be in here. Um, Puck playing tricks on mortals, Oberon and Titiana's scenes, Lysander and Hermia, and Demetrius and Helena's scenes are mostly gonna show in here. The transition to the castle and the garden will have fairies dancing, and also we're gonna just insert moving flowers maybe. Um, but more on of the design concept or the design of the stage is a floral garden.
Theater space. The type of theater space or stage that would be chosen to put on the production of A Midsummer Night's Dream would be a thrust stage. This would be the stage of choice because it is an efficient stage that allows you to see the play in different angles. Those sitting on the sides can see and interpret details in the background better than those sitting in the middle, and those sitting in the middle section can focus on what is happening in front of them. With the audience and performers being so close to each other, the thrust stage can also offer a better connection between the two. This allows for the audience to remain focused because they feel closer to the performers, and for the performers to be further engaged in their role as well.
Aspects. To represent wealth, we're going to have high class designer baggy clothes, which could be Chanel or Dior. We have middle class, which is thrifting with the twist of new. That could be from the Goodwill or the mall. We have new technology, which could be used as cell phones or AirPods. We're going to go with slang, which could be the new and modernized language. We're keeping the scenery of New York style as well as the clothes, as I mentioned from the Goodwill and the mall. We have buildings made with bricks as props, and we have roadblocks and boulders.